Basically, everybody's going to be forced to deal with reality, whether they like it or not. And of course, before I do that, I'm going to turn towards the east and give all praises, honor, and glory to our power. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Much love to the sincere elders of GMS, and much love to all the brothers and sisters that believe in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai and are not wavering in this faith. And of course, Shalom to the remnant and Shalom to the elect. You know, because we just had an earthquake just recently. It was a 4.8 earthquake in the tri-state area of New Jersey, Connecticut, and New York. And it was the most unexpected thing that people just got hit with. It was like extremely random. Most people thought today was going to be another Friday. It's April 5th, 2024. It's 3:01 p.m. right now. And just about everyone's doing their thing, going about their business. And mind you, this is 3 days prior to the eclipse that's supposed to happen on April 8th of 2024. Think about that. So we had the Taiwan earthquake, which was, I believe, 7.4 or 7.5 magnitude. Now we have a New York earthquake that was a 4.8. And most people didn't expect that to happen at all. But you know what? It makes sense because this is the heart. New York City is the belly of the beast that we know of in Babylon the Great. New York City is the capital of Babylon the Great. So it kind of makes sense that this area will get hit by an earthquake prior to the solar eclipse happening. And it's beautiful. It's Yapad. This is what we want to see. We want to see more judgments going out. We want to see more people freaking out. We want to see more people losing their minds. We want to see more doom and gloom going on this earth because there's too much pride on this earth. Just about everyone has forgotten about the Heavenly Father and everything He stands for. Because we all know Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai has a problem with this current world order being ran under Esau Edom, who has the power to stop all the things that are wicked that are going on in this current world, but the spirit that he has is not upright in him. And let me get that right here. One moment. Esau has the power to change the dynamics of this current world order, but he can't do that. Because one, it's prophecy that he would be the wicked and he would be exposed as the man of perdition, the man of sin. And two, the Heavenly Father already preordained a long time ago that they would get destroyed. So it is what it is at this point. Let me start at verse 3 actually. In Habakkuk chapter. Actually, let me go to 2. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. And the Adonai Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. It doesn't mean physically run. It just means when you can spiritually understand that various prophecies are supposed to play out, the best way to combat all those prophecies from overcoming you and destroying you is by keeping in good spirits with the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So all the prophecies that we see playing out, both in the past and currently today, they're not tarrying. They're going to come eventually. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of patience. And this is the point. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. His soul, which is talking about Esau Edom, he's not a just person. It's impossible for him to get right with the Heavenly Father and to get right with all the other nations as well, because they are naturally prone to be wicked. They're naturally prone to want to continue in sin and iniquity, even though they were not given the commandments. but they are naturally wicked and they cannot shake that off. It's just part of who they are. You know, just like when it comes to Jacob, we kind of, I would say, we naturally want to be righteous, but but our circumstances and our environments shape us into being wicked and evil. Even though even though subconsciously or consciously we know that what we're doing is wrong, it may be going off, whatever the case is. This is verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Yeah, he transgresses by wine. He uses his vain philosophies, his belief systems, his morals, which he doesn't have, but he wants to bestow all these different various nonsensical, evil, wicked ways of thinking into people's minds all across the earth. The way the way he's programmed is to be proud and to be prideful about the fact that he has control of literally everything on this earth, and the fact that he's not upright, it makes it literally clear that he does not want to do anything right, and that's why the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is going to judge this man. That's why he's visiting us with earthquakes. He's visiting us with tsunamis, um, people losing their minds, various terrible deaths all across the earth, especially here in America. And it's only going to get worse because this man, this proud man who transgresses by wine, he cannot, he's just insatiable. He can't handle, he wants more and more, and he cannot stop at any point. Let me read on. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. He's insatiable. His desire is as hell, because the grave, which is what hell is talking about, is all the bodies that go when they die. Of course, your flesh stays under, and then your spirit goes back to the spirit world. But he's insatiable. He can't handle. He wants more and more, and that's not how the Heavenly Father wants mankind to be. He wants us to be satisfied, to be content with what we have, and that's why he's getting his judgment. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is visiting this current world order under Esau Edom via earthquakes, wars, rumors of wars, tsunamis, all various ways of judgments and deaths being carried out currently right now, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto all people. Let me see who's in the comment board. I just saw something. Salakia. Hey, Shalom Habashaya, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Brakatah, bro. Shalom, my brother. Yeah, so that's why the Lord is visiting this place via earthquakes, via natural disasters, because this current world order deserves it. There's too much wickedness in this place. So why wouldn't he not do that? And then people will say, oh, that's unfair. Why would the Heavenly Father do that? Well, he can do whatever he wants. And let's get that right here. You're going to really tell how Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai should go out and carry their judgments. They can do whatever they want. This is Sirach, chapter 33, verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liketh him best. So the Heavenly Father, through his Son, is able to do whatever he wants, when he feels like it, and it doesn't matter how you feel about it. And Shalom to Sarai Mullah, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Brakatah Akwath. Shalom. Actually, let me read on too. This is pretty good, because I'm going by the Spirit. Just hit me right now to talk about people are going to have to deal with reality, and there's going to be a clear divide going on this earth between the righteous and the wicked, those who are following the Heavenly Father and those who are not following the Heavenly Father. It's that simple. It's a sifting process right now. So this is verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So I don't want to Zach, us brothers and sisters, who are sincere are going to be saved from all the destruction that's going to come upon this earth. Especially prior to April 8th, 2024 is going to be a terrible time. I don't want to Zach. It is a terrible time on April 8th because we want to get out of here already. I can only imagine how the apostles and the elders from way back, in the 1960s, 1970s, waking up to who they are and still laboring to this very day, wanting to see this place go down. I'm pretty sure that they're more desperate to see this place go down than me and other various brothers who came in recently into this truth. So, and people are going to acknowledge that there is a God. They're going to have to deal with it. And let me prove that right here in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. All this folly, all this pride, is going to literally be a thing of the past eventually. People really believe in their minds that, oh, it just subsided. The 4.8 earthquake is not going to happen again. They don't understand that the Heavenly Father is going to bring his son back in this lifetime. I don't want to Zach, me speaking as a man, I would say Yahweh Shai is going to make his appearance prior to 2100. Prior to that. Just from all the signs going on this earth, that's just me speaking as a man. Because it's impossible with all the various evil wickedness that's going on this earth. Do you really think that America has more time to go? Hell no. And that's why he's visiting this world via earthquakes, death, famine, and there's going to be a famine of the word eventually. Oh, and that's going to be a time like no other time. Everyone's going to be like, where are the Hebrew Israelites? Where are those men that were out there preaching in the highways and hedges? Now, you were talking shit about us, so guess what? You're going to have to deal with the consequences of your actions. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And we're measuring the time very diligently in itself right now. We're seeing all kinds of prophecies playing out right before our very eyes. Now, the average person can't notice that. And shalom to Tawad Judah. Shalom, my bro. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Brakatah to you, bro. We see the signs, and it's the Heavenly Father showing himself. He's revealing himself to all the various people throughout this earth. But the carnal man can't receive the things of the Spirit. Let me get that too. Salakia. Just got this camera all on my face. Or yes, it's the natural man. This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. So the average person in our day-to-day life, they don't consider these things as signs from the Heavenly Father himself. They look at it as just natural disasters that come and go. All throughout the centuries, this has always happened, and this is nothing new under the sun. Now, of course, there's nothing new under the sun, but the Heavenly Father has appointed that a specific time, specifically World War III, is supposed to happen in our lifetime. And prior to that, which we're, by the way, we are in World War III. It's just not, it's not being broadcasted as such. It's not being broadcasted as such, like in World War I and World War II. Hey, Shalom, Kalaki, Haubashim Yahushai Brakatah, bro, Shalom. During those wars, they didn't call it World War I and World War II. They were just wars that were happening on this earth. It was after the fact that the wars happened, they called it those things. Now we are in the third woe, according to Revelation 11 and 14, right? But it's the average person, just like in the days of Noah, they don't see it. They can't understand the fact that this is Yahweh is speaking through his judgments, and he's going to bring his son, Yahweh Shai, to carry out even more vicious judgments on the earth. Like it says in Isaiah 63, with dyed garments from Basra, a lot of death, a lot of blood is going to be on his garment. And he's going to come back as an angelic being to render a lot of death to people who deserve it, rightfully so. Because they don't consider it, especially our people. They don't consider the fact that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is speaking directly to you through his men. I don't want to Zach, I be one of those, to tell you about the prophecies, who you are, what you should be focused on. But they don't consider. They want to have their own thing going on. They want to lust after things that are not pertaining to the Holy Scriptures. But let me go back to 2nd Ezra chapter 9. And yeah, start at 1 again. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we know that it wasn't Yahweh specifically that created the whole earth. It was the powers. It was Yahweh Shai and the angels that were with him that created all these things that we see currently. So the highest, through his son, is going to visit the world which he made. Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, and we just had an earthquake in New York City, and uproars of the people in the world. I mean, can you make this up? There's uproars all over the earth. People are in mourning right now. People are literally tired of being tired. That's the new motto right now. I'm tired of being tired. Well, good, because you that are tired of being tired, that are not with the Heavenly Father, you deserve it, because you chose not to hearken unto the Heavenly Father. And I'm specifically talking about the nation of Israel. Because you just want to act, you want to be slaves in America, which is a terrible mindset to have. Who wants to be a slave? I don't want to be a slave. I want to have servants. I want to have people that come up to me and tell me what would I like to eat, what would I like to drink, have multiple wives and multiple concubines, and have all the power in the world through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's who's going to give us the power. I don't want to Zach, I be one of those men. That's what we want. Not being told, yo, go do this, go clean that, go do this and take care of that. Nah, I'm not with that no more. Now, I'm not saying I'm not a worker, but man, we're Hebrew Israelites. Like, no. I'm a prince of the Heavenly Father. And the rest of you brothers and sisters, your princes and your princesses. Yapa. Verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So all the various judgments that are being carried out right now, they were supposed to happen. And they're all playing out before our very eyes. And all the prophecies in the book of Daniel, book of Revelations, Joel, Ezekiel, there's still prophecies that still have to play out and actually have to manifest themselves on this earth. And it's only gonna get even worse for these people, because the third woe, we're already here. The third woe is here. You got Israel, Gaza. They're still going at it, and they're not gonna stop. And just recently, if I'm not mistaken, they blew up a place where the Palestinians or the people from Gaza get their food from. They blew that up. And Joe Biden does not like that, not one bit. Hey, Tawadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that it's only going to escalate further and further. Then you still have Russia and Ukraine, and what happened in Moscow. Vladimir Putin is not going to allow what happened over there to just, slide over just another day, like bygones be bygones. He's not going to allow something like that to happen. And now you had the Taiwanese country, Taiwan, get blown up with earthquakes. You have buildings literally slanted, and people look in distress. And now China, this is the perfect time for China to come through and to, take control of that region now. And Judah Khan Akit, I was out there yesterday, and Eve, a Judite sister, out here on the phone arguing, disrespecting other guys outside, and don't know what the heck is going on. Yeah, you see, our Israelites, they still understand. You really think you could just get away with doing wickedness and being out of order, like a sister? Like, you really think you could just get away with that? The Heavenly Father, because of your disobedience, He sees that and He punishes you for that. And shalom to servant Ariel, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Brakatah, my brother. Shalom. So, the reason why the Heavenly Father is visiting every single country and every single area that we know of is because there's too much wickedness on this earth and it rightfully deserves it. It deserves it. But, Adon Ratazak, we are saved by our works and our faith. And that actually, let me jump down actually to verse 7. This is perfect. So, Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. So works and faith is what's going to save us from the destruction that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to bring upon this earth in this current world order. Read on. Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land, and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And this also goes into the fact that predestination is real. It said it right here, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Adon Ratazak, through our works and through our faith, we get saved because it's going to be one hell of a time to be alive within the next, I hope this place goes out this year, but the way it's looking, it should be going out at some point. I'm not putting a number on it, but speaking as a man, it looks like it's going to come very, very soon. I don't know when, but it looks like it's coming very soon. All the said perils, all the destructions, it's just going to come. So the best way we can save ourselves from the destruction is by works, giving alms, having faith, praying, more fasting. If you are not fasting, you better make sure that you're fasting. You shouldn't be gorging on food all the time, by the way. Khan, all praises to the Most High for hiding you under the shadow of his wings through the adversity. Yeah. Hey, the water serving y'all. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. That small earthquake, it could have been a terrible one at that. It could have been probably the 7.5 from Taiwan. It wasn't like that, but it's a clear warning sign that something is going to pop off. We don't know when, but it seems like it. This is the fact that happened 3 days prior to the April 8th. Come on now. We can't make this stuff up. Is it really a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. It's the Heavenly Father visiting this place. That's what it is. And let me see if there's anything else. But yeah, that's really it. That's all I have to really say. People are going to have to deal with reality. We have our family members, our friends, acquaintances, so on and so forth. They're just having their fun in America. It's all good according to them. Even though they know that there's high prices, the morality has gotten rotten. The rent is way through the roof. And this is across all 50 states. Most people can agree rent is tragic right now. Have to catch the replay? Of course, I don't want to Ratazak, my brother. Just about everyone in America, in Babylon the Great, knows that this place does not have a near future to go. They know that Joe Biden is terrible as a president. And they have to deal with that reality. That's the colder part. Everyone is going to have to deal with reality for what it is. And that pride of, oh, America is great. We have the best military in all existence. That's going to go all out the window because most people already know that Generation Z and Generation Alpha, they don't want to go to war. Generation Z, they're literally doing their research on the internet right now, and they have no interest in basically going to war for a corrupt politician. They know this place is corrupt. Our politicians are corrupt. All these various people in power, they are not worthy of power. They should not be in power. But the Heavenly Father set them up for that specific time, which is the day of evil. And they're gonna get destroyed. It's going to happen. They're gonna get brought down, And Adawan Ratazak, I be one of them. We get raised up, and we get to be in the power seat with Yahweh Shai, King David, the apostles, the disciples of the 144,000, and that's what we strive for. We're gonna strive for that. We're gonna get there. We just have to work harder and harder and stay consistent. And shalom to heart of David. Shalom, my bro. Yahweh Shemion Shai Brakatah, my brother. Shalom. Let me get this, by the way. I don't want to quench the spirit. It's in my spirit to get this, because this makes perfect sense in the time that we live in right now too. Bear with me one moment. I'm almost there. Yeah, it's in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 58. Thus saith the Adonai Yahweh of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, utterly, completely broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire, because the nuclear missiles are going to hit Babylon. It's inevitable. It's supposed to happen, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said it's going to happen, so it's going to happen. And the people shall labor in vain. And these people, they're laboring in vain, and they don't even realize that. That's the cold part. They don't even realize they're laboring in vain. You're working extra hard for no reason. Working overtime, probably 90 hours a week, and that don't mean nothing. And Tawada Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because we want to see more doom and gloom, because that's the only way this place is going to go down. Doom and gloom, misery, people catching more hell. And I pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that you brothers and sincere sisters as well, may Yahweh Bashim Yahushai brought a thumb to all of y'all, because we're gonna be saved, we're gonna be taken care of as long as we believe and we stay in the right place with the Heavenly Father. And let me read that again. It just felt so good. And the people shall labor in vain. And you know what's funny? I was just watching a video recently. Brother Ashrakal put it in the group chat. He put, it was like a tweet, whatever the case is. And there was an Edomite. He was going on a rant for like about a minute and 30 seconds. And he said, I make 3 times the minimum wage, which is $15 in New York. So he makes about $60 an hour. And he said, I cannot afford to live. He said, I cannot afford to live. The rent is way too high. The gases are way too high. The products that we buy on a day-to-day basis is too high. You got an Edomite saying this, and he makes $60 an hour. So, yo, you can't make this up. If he's struggling with literally living in his own country under the same people who gave him the benefits of white supremacy or Edomite supremacy, you deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve it. Because this is who your politicians are, your people, you Edomites. That's your people that rule America, that created all this nonsense, high taxation, all these various rotten morals that are going on in society. Now you're gonna feel the pain. Yeah, I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 30:7. Yup, that's right. That's right, my brother. He is feeling it, and they deserve it. And the folk in the fire, and I'm reading on Jeremiah, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. People are tired. You see, that Edomite is tired as hell. And you rightfully deserve it too. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that he's making people, especially Edomites, get what they rightfully deserve, man. Ecclesiastes 4:13 from servant Ariel. Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king. Woo! Who will no more be admonished. Let me read it again. Sounds so nice, gotta say it twice. Shout out to brother Malaka Ab. Better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king. And we're the poor children. As Hebrew Israelites, we're the poor children. We are literally suffering in the land of our captivity. But we have wisdom. We know the Creator's name, the Creator of all things. We know His name, and we know His Son's name. And we know that they're for us. They're not for everybody on this earth. And that's Yapa, man. Than an old and foolish king. And who's the current king right now in America? You got Joe Biden, and maybe we might see Donald Trump become president. But hey, I don't want to Zach. That does not happen, and everything gets canceled out, and shit just hits the fan by the end of this year. Ecclesiastes 4:14. For out of prison he cometh to reign, whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor. Yeah, it's a bunch of poor people. And shalom to Athena Padril, Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatah, Akwaf Shalom. Yeah, if you come in this kingdom, you're literally bound to be poor, especially as a Hebrew Israelite. We are literally at the bottom society already as a whole. But we are rich in faith, we are rich in spirit. That's what separates us from everybody else. The fact that we know who we are, we know what we stand for, and we're not going to waver until Salakia, turn on my computer real quick. We're not going to waver until Yahweh Shai cracks those clouds. And man, it's going to be one hell of a time to be alive. It's going to be one hell of a time to be alive. We're poor here, but man, we're going to be the standard of living in the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And Tawari Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, that we're going to be able to see. And the kingdom is right there. It's right there. We just have to stay patient and meditate on the kingdom and continue to fast, pray, and stay strong, because reality is going to set in for a lot of people. Reality is really going to hit. And you know what's funny? The other day, it was yesterday actually, brother Arya, by the end of his stream, he was talking about how when you really meditate on the judgments that's going to bestow people, especially Esau, it's very frightening. It's very scary. It's like you're going to have, what you gonna call it? You got the Mark Zuckerbergs, the Bill Gates, the Joe Biden. They're gonna try and hide from all the destruction. But the cool part is we're literally gonna go right behind them. I don't want to Zach. We get that power. We go into those bunkers where they think they're safe. They think that they're gonna maintain all their riches. They're gonna build up another kingdom. No, we're literally gonna come from behind them, probably teleport inside, and say, now your time is for slavery now. We might just say that in the Paleo Hebrew too. You're going into slavery and you're gonna stay there forever, and you're never gonna inherit any more riches ever again. I was like, yo, when you ponder on that, that's deep. That's scary. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. It's gonna be a terrible time to be alive, to be Edomite, both in the future of this country and also in the kingdom. And then after they get put in slavery, they're going straight into the fields, straight into the cotton fields. Then it's 1,000 years of a doomsday clock. Think about that, 1,000 years for a doomsday clock. And you're going to be really catching a lot of hell for what you did to our people as a whole, and really the whole earth as a whole. Hey, it's going to be one hell of a time to be alive. But before that, we have to see all the prophecies play out, which we are. I don't want to Zach. But I'm going to close out right now, and I hope all you brothers and sisters were edified and felt, comforted and uplifted to some degree. And of course, I'm going to turn towards the east and give all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And of course, Shalom to the remnant and Shalom to the elect. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Brakatham to all you brothers and sisters. Stay sharp, stay strong. We almost out of here. Shalom.